What's going on, beautiful people? It is Monday, January 18th, 2021, man. Hope you guys have all had a great weekend. Hope you guys are all safe and sound. Hope you guys had a lot of fun, man. I know I did. Hope everybody's safe and sound wherever you are in and around the world. Thank you guys. So glad you made it. Thank you for coming in and checking out these videos. It's Monday. Let's kick it off, man. Let's kick it off. It's this time. This week is all about, can't really stretch my arms all the way out right now, but it's all about stretching out your arms, stretching out those wings, attempting to fly, baby. Let's fly together. Let's try to fly. Okay, this week's all about trying different things out, alright? I'm going to be doing different things this week, trying to incorporate more stuff into the show, you guys. I just want to do more. I just want to give you guys more, and I've ordered some equipment, some stuff from Amazon. I'm still waiting for it to arrive. Everything's running super slow-mo. Everything's running super slow-mo. You feel me? So I just gotta be patient. But nonetheless, man, exciting things are happening. Beginning to feel more at home. Beginning to, feel more comfortable in my zone. And yeah, dude, it's all about trying shit. What did you guys do? I mean, can't really hear you guys, so I'll tell you about my weekend. I'll tell you about a little bit. Let's start off by Thursday, move forward to Friday. I'll cover the weekend. And yeah, man, Thursday, just met up with a friend, had some fun, shooting around some ideas, talking, listening, all that jazz. Friday evening came around, and before I get into it, guys, how tight is your circle? Do you have a circle? How tight is your circle? And no, I'm not talking about your butthole, dude, but do you have a circle of friends or peeps that you hang out with? You should, dude. Keep it tight because of the times, right? Keep it tight, but you still need peeps. A few people to have fun with, to, check on each other, make sure everybody's alright. So, going back to Friday evening, met up with my lady friend, had some fun. That was great. And Saturday, guys, this is where everything like this, oh man, Saturday was a hoot, bro. Saturday I had a blast. Mind you, Thursday, Friday, hella fun, but Saturday was something else, dude. So I wake up, right? Wake up, do my morning exercises as per usual, and I head into the kitchen, make my little breakfast. Right now, I'm in the habit of having oatmeal and coffee in the morning. Then maybe a couple hours later, I'll have a bagel with either like cream cheese or Nutella spread. But that's my morning routine. I did that, had my coffee, had my oatmeal. And, sometimes when you live in I don't know, if you believe in magic, if you believe magical things happen, and if you do good things happen, that karma and all that shit. Somehow, I don't know how, but whatever, dude. Doesn't matter how. I ended up with a couple of nice edibles in my fridge. Some nice psilocybin edibles, dude. It was hella fun. I haven't done mushrooms in a long time, and these were not mushrooms. They were edibles infused with psilocybin, some of that silly willy. And there were two of them. I don't know how they got there. They got there. I'm not going to ask questions how they got there. They got there, alright? It is what it is. So I'm not making eye contact. I'm making eye contact. Wrappers on top of it was chocolate. The wrappers were purple. And I'm just like looking at these two guys. I'm like, what do you guys want to do, man? And they're like, let's party, dude. Let's party. Let's ingest some psilocybin. Look inwards so we can look outwards, dude. Got the party going, dude. I'm not going to lie. And pop one, it was super fun. I haven't done it in a long time. I giggled and laughed. I was just like watching silly shit, listening to music. I wrote so much over this weekend, you guys, because when you do mushrooms or psilocybin or infused edibles, everybody to each their own. But this is my life experience. I'm just gonna tell you my stories and shit. I don't know how you guys have done things in the past or are doing things currently, But my experiences with mushrooms and psilocybin, maybe I've taken them definitely more than a handful of times, less than 10 times in my lifetime. Okay? The good thing with psilocybin, or magic mushrooms or shroomsies, good thing about them is they're not addicting. They're not something that you'd want to do. Again, this is all from my experience. To each their own. I'm sure there's somebody out there popping psilocybin every day. To each their own, man. You live your life. My experience has always been with life. I'd like to try everything, but in moderation. And when I say I party, I mostly look inwards and giggle and laugh and have a party with myself, dude. That's the party. You know what I'm saying? Be responsible. Learn a little bit. Have fun a little bit. But the reason why I'm talking about this, here's the thing, man. Before I really get into it and shit, I'm not condoning anything. I just believe in freedom, individual freedoms. I believe that you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with your body. And yeah, man. It kind of made me a little bit, like last week I was reading an article. This dude decided to, make some psilocybin tea. So he, I guess, boiled some mushrooms and water and whatever. And he decided to give himself an injection using that homemade serum. Ugh. Gave himself an injection, dude. And later on, he started to feel sick. Went to the hospital. Was feeling all sorts of wooziness and like not feeling good, right? Doctors ran a bunch of tests. Excuse me. Doctors ran a bunch of tests and they found that in his blood, what had happened is that fungi, psilocybin, has started to sprout in and around his body inside. It's starting to sprout, so they had to put him on antifungal medicine and treat him. Luckily, I believe he's okay, but he has to be on these medications now, antifungal and maybe antibiotics. Go read about it. Point that I'm trying to make is that, we shouldn't criminalize shit and we shouldn't stigmatize anything, so we can all talk about it, so we can all use it in a safe manner, right? This young man probably had no experience with psilocybin, or if he did, he had very little, and he thought, let me just amp it up and, get a little bit of an extra high. And that's the thing, there's different, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my drug preferences. Drug preference, I hate that term. Everything's a fucking drug, dude. Coffee, tea, sugar is probably the fucking worst drug ever. It's probably worse than cocaine, but nobody gives a fuck. But my thoughts on drugs, for me, is I've only consumed alcohol in my life here and there. I smoke weed. I smoke cigarettes. I've popped Molly a few times. Not a big fan of Molly. The high was great, but the down the next day was just not worth it. So the juice was not worth the squeeze for me. It wasn't something that I wanted to keep trying. It was something that I did a few times, and cool experience in the moment, but the day after, it was just too. I'm an emotional dude, so it really impacts me, so I can't do that shit. And with cocaine, I've never fucked with cocaine. Obviously, I've been around it, but I've never fucked with cocaine, to be honest with you guys. A part of me is low-key, if I do cocaine, it'll be later on in my life, because I know my personality, and I've got an addictive personality. I like to, when I start doing something, as you guys can tell, I start focusing in on it. I do more and more and more, try to make it better, faster, stronger, and I don't want to do that with cocaine to myself, because that's just it's costly, and to each their own. I'm not judging anybody who's done it, right? And that's the thing, I want more people to be openly speaking about these things so we can all learn from it. So I'm sure in moderation even coke could be okay, but something about myself, I'm like, don't fuck with it till like you're financially set off, just in case you go down that rabbit hole and you need a little bit of rehab. You can fork out the money to get the help that you need. I don't want to ever get hooked on coke and not have the amenities that I need to like help myself get out of it. But that's the thing, I don't even want to ever get hooked on it. I've already got enough energy, I think, just going on like coffee and whatever. I think, and I've read the benefits of it. Maybe it'll give you a little bit of a confidence boost, but again, I think I've got adequate amounts of confidence. I don't think I'll need anything extra. I've avoided it. I'm not really intrigued. I've seen other people do it. It wasn't something that was appealing to me. Now, mushrooms is a completely different, and weed is completely different. I think these have got like a little bit of medicinal, well, those ones do too, like they're all medicine, that's the thing. But With mushrooms, it's kind of therapeutic for me. It's kind of, I don't know, I think there needs to be way more open discussion about this kind of stuff, how it can be helping with like PTSD and hell of a lot of other stuff. And it's just a little fun thing. If you microdose, you can have a lot of, and again, it's not for everybody. I know folks, if you already, I'm not condoning anything. This is why we need more. Like if you have underlying health concerns and mental health problems, like let's say you know that you may be susceptible to like schizophrenia and all that stuff, maybe don't fuck around with like hallucinogenics too much. Again, to each their own, but you don't know until you find out, right? Like you try it and then, but that's the thing. A lot, we can't just ban shit just because it has, you know, good effects and bad, because that's with like we don't ban alcohol, right? How many people have died because of alcohol or cigarettes? We, as humans, we like to live. Life is for living, you know, and experiencing different experiences. That's how you grow. So, I think all drugs should be legal. And we're getting there. We're getting there one step at a time. We're getting there. But again, let's just, come on, guys. What's the holdup? Yo, but I did the silly side and I was just like laughing, enjoying myself watching silly shit, right? And you go through phases. It wasn't a heavy trip. It was mild. I didn't want to do too much. I just wanted to get a little bit clarity, you know? Wanted to go a little bit clear. You know what I'm saying? So looked a little bit inside myself, asked a bunch of questions, reassessed myself, kind of meditated, if you will. I don't meditate in the traditional sense of like sitting down and doing the whole thing, yo. I can meditate whatever the fuck. I can meditate walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all multitasking. Do what you gotta do. And looked inside, and honestly, it's the thing that I want to touch upon is like the therapeutic aspect, right? Like the fun and all, we can all have fun, no big deal. But yeah, man, like it just like helps you overcome stuff that you may not necessarily pay attention to in your daily life. Specifically things that you might be like suppressing a little bit. Like for me, I guess like I just remembered my grandma, dude. Starting to think about my grandma and how I miss her. I haven't seen her in years and years and not spoken with her, and it's just, you know, it is what it is, but like it's just like, but that's the thing, because we're so far away. She lives in another continent, we can't really speak together, like we haven't spoken in ages, you guys, so there's a lot of loss of, I was just feeling that, I don't know, it just came up. I'm like, shit, man, there's this cute little old lady somewhere in the world living, she's my grandma, and I've not seen her that much in my lifetime. And I miss her, but regardless, what I take away from that is like I try to like put out goodness in the world whenever I see little cute old ladies. If I can, I'll hold the door open or something. If somebody needs a little assistance, just, you know, you put out a little good something in hopes that, you know, somebody out there in the world, wherever they are, if they were to encounter your teeny tiny little granny, they'd help them out, maybe open a door for them or something, right? What goes around comes around. But it just made me, you know, appreciate life, you guys. I'm so grateful every day to be alive, and try to be in the present moment as much as I can. Like whenever I come in here and I'm sitting down in front of you guys, I try to give you guys everything I have, and it's not perfect. I'm a work in progress, dude. Who's perfect? I'm a work in progress, full of flaws, full of whatever. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to make myself better for you guys and myself. But the thing is, just led me to, like, you know, it led me to just, you know, think more about our existence, ask those existential questions, especially when you've done like mushrooms, or later on I'm interested in doing ayahuasca. This is down the line, but I want to do it with I'd want to do it properly, and when I do stuff like this, it's more for like spiritual awakening and learning more about myself in the world. It's not so much for, I say party, but it's not really a party, it's more looking inwards. That's a party to me, like that's a hell of a lot of fun, dude. And especially with like, when you're younger, you'll learn this, through experimenting. When you're doing drugs or even alcohol or whatever it is, even like you'll get to find out who you can do certain things with and who you can't do certain things with. You know what I'm saying? Like I would, throughout my life, I've hung out with a whole lot of people, and you know, whenever I do like mushrooms, I would prefer to do it alone, or if I'm not alone, I'd only do it with people that I would highly, highly trust, you know? So I can be myself and relax, because you don't want to, sometimes you get those when you're younger, man, like people do annoying shit when you're tripping, and it's just like, you don't need that. You all know what I'm talking about, man. Somebody fucking like coming at you, ooh, what do you see now? Like, stop it. Stop being silly. Like, whatever I see is not gonna be like, that's the thing, different people see different things. So, and it's just different vibes. That's something you'll learn. You can't consume mushrooms, for me anyway, with everybody. I wouldn't want to do mushrooms with randoms, I'll tell you that. But with a safe group of people that I know and I can trust, and we're friends, we're gooch, yo, let's have some edibles. Let's have some fun. You know what I'm saying? But it got me to think like about other stuff, man. Like, man, I totally like wanted to start on another note, you guys. Well, let's whatever. Everything's kind of interconnected anyway. The biggest thing right now we're all talking about, the biggest thing everybody's always talking about for the past years is COVID, dude. COVID this, COVID that's the biggest thing that's happening, right? It's the biggest thing. And you're right, dude. It's the biggest thing. Nothing else is going on right now in the world. Nothing else. It's just COVID. Don't pay attention to nothing else. Don't concern yourself about nothing else, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys heard or not, but I mean, yo, the CIA just released some documents regarding aliens, dog. I've been like, man, and there's this video surfaced online, again, verified by CIA. There's a flying object, and it's a UFO, dude, caught by Navy pilots. Unidentified flying object, bro. Them aliens are here, dog. But don't worry, the only thing I want you to focus on right now is COVID. You... Yo, that's so fucking funny, dog. Like, these guys are just like, okay, so many questions. Where do I begin? I mean, okay. If they're legit aliens, man, they're looking at us like these guys are all, well, we all kind of are, right? I mentioned this, like, they're looking at us and we're all a bunch of just fucking, I don't even know, dude. Y'all know what I'm saying? They're looking at us just making fun. I wonder how they feel about us. Do they feel about us how we might feel about like a cute little pet? Like if you got a cute little cat in your house or a cute little dog in your house, and sometimes you're like, man, this cat's got it good. This cat's always snapping, it's always eating, always licking himself. Fuck, I wish I could be that cat if life were so easy. You know what I'm saying? You've had those moments. I've definitely had those envious moments where I look at animals, I'm like, fuck, man, that dog is living the life. You don't got no worries. You got your food, you got a place to sleep, people that love you. I wonder if that's how they look at us, dude. If they're aliens, because I don't know what the fuck these things are. Because right now we can only speculate that they're unidentified flying objects. I don't know what they are. But if them be aliens, dude, and it's some sort of, you know, higher advanced civilization with fucked up technology, like really high advanced technology, they probably wouldn't necessarily want to associate with us. They might want to observe us. They might have been already observing us for thousands of years, for all we know, if anything. But they probably, if they're smart and intelligent, they wouldn't really want to fuck with us too much because, well, excuse me, if they've been observing us, they've just been seeing centuries and thousands of years of people just murdering each other, raping each other, killing each other, conquering each other, just fucking going apeshit on each other. So these guys are probably looking down, feeling like, and we've been getting better, mind you, we've been getting better. Gradually, we're getting better and better every day. It's definitely the bestest of times right now, okay? Everything, it's always a mix of both, right? It's always so-so. That's what I'm saying. Point is, I don't think they would want to really, like, want to contact us, especially if they know that we've got nuclear weapons and different governing bodies in charge of different nuclear weapons, dude. I don't think they'd want to fuck with us. We're crazy, dude. We're crazy. We're unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? You got North Korea. You got Russia. You know, you got China. You got the Iran. You know? Crazy shit. Throughout history, man, we've done crazy shit to each other, and these guys must be if there is intelligent life in form of an alien, which chances are there are, man. I definitely, like, that for me, I believe it's a belief, though it's not a fact. I believe in terms of probability and just stats, there should be other forms of life in this multiverse. It doesn't make sense for it to just be us. Like, that makes no sense. That makes us so self-centered to think that we're the only ones, I think. But if you contemplate this shit, or maybe you don't, maybe you just want to focus on COVID, so go back to COVID. If you don't want to contemplate, don't contemplate, no worries. We have to think about other questions, right? I mean, the way we're gonna discuss religion and God's gonna definitely change if we were to actually make contact, because all our life, to us, I guess, like, we're always searching for higher knowledge and higher intelligence and higher power, and we worship that. That's our God, ultimately, right? Just higher wisdom, higher intelligence. And if these guys come down with higher technology, higher wisdom, higher advancements, and they're just better at doing things, then we're gonna, I guess, somehow have to fuck, dude. Are we gonna start worshiping them? I hope they're nice. I hope they're nicer than us, dude. I hope they're nice. So that's the thing, man. We gotta get our things together. We gotta start working even if they don't exist, right? Even, let's say it's not an alien. Let's just say it's another technology made by another country that has kept it on the DL for a really long time, which I don't think is possible in this day and age to keep something on the DL of that magnitude. That's one possibility. It's coming from another country. Another possible, which is still very fucking scary, because, like, if you see the video of this thing, it's just flying at an incredibly fast speed, and yeah, dude, it's fucking frightening to see that shit. Could be, if it's meant, like, that's always both sides, right? I mean, could be scary, could be beneficial, and it all depends on how we use it. And I mean, where do I want to go with this? Would they, okay, forget about that for a second. Here's the thing, we need to get our shit together, we need to start working together. And the reason is, I don't know, man, I've talked about this before. I wish somehow we could come up with, like, a one world government, you guys. And I don't know how to go about it. I don't want, like, we should stop thinking territorially, and we should stop thinking in terms of mob mentality and in terms of, like, nation and race and stuff. It just doesn't make sense, and it's holding us back, because all this fighting amongst ourselves is just, even if there is no other life, and if we're only dependent on ourselves, then we gotta work together to get to other planets. Then we gotta, make another planet potentially, you know what I'm saying? Get another, like, get Earth. Well, this is Earth 2, so I guess make Earth 3 or something. I don't know. Make an extra fucking Earth ship that could, potentially save us. Like, yeah, we need to be saved one day. It's inevitable. We got to get the technology going. So we can't be fighting over, oh, this nation's been threatening that they're gonna be fucking making nuclear weapons. Either make it or don't make it, or, like, make up your mind, but, like, fucking use it. Like, oh man, it's so annoying when dumbass people are in charge, you guys. I wish, that's the thing, man. We need to, like, unite. I think we should unite as one world. especially when it comes to, I'm not gonna even just say, like, everything needs to be, all the knowledge and resources that we have has to merge together, you guys. Like, and that's not to say get rid of, like, we need to merge science and religion and all the and all the arts and all the knowledge that we have from different parts of the world and collaborate, you know? Stop, collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Because like, well, eventually, like, that's the thing, we're all dependent on each other, especially, like, if we, let's say we get hit by a giant meteor, dude, and, like, one of the continents goes missing. You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna just, like, play, like, oh, too bad, so sad, you know what I mean? And be like, fuck off to the other people and be like, no, you can't come over, we don't accept you because whatever, you know what I'm saying? All these silly, like, what if we got hit by another comet? Like, you know? That's crazy shit. What if, like, you know, what if something happened? What if Mother Nature fucks with us? What if Mother Nature opens up and just queefs on us through one of her many orifices and fucking erupts and just, like, you know, takes over a whole giant portion of the land? You know, again, half a continent goes missing for whatever, natural disaster or something. We're gonna need to pull our resources together. This whole, and I'm no fucking expert, you guys. That's why I want you guys. I want everybody to speak out. Like, I think we should all have basic, universal rights. Everybody, you know, should be guaranteed health care. Everybody should be guaranteed a passport to be able to travel. Everybody should have a roof over their head. And everybody should be working towards making themselves better and society better. And that includes incorporating everything that we have, not limiting each other, not telling each other, oh, I know the way, this is the way. And again, I'm nobody, dude, but you guys need to speak up, yo. You guys need to speak up, stand up. And I also came to another conclusion, you guys. From 20 to 30, I've always YOLO'd, you know? And I love Drizzy, dude. I love Drizzy. I'll listen to Drake's song, and I can't fucking wait for the new album or new hits to drop, dude. Let's fucking rock and roll. But what I'm trying to say is we YOLO'd for about 10 years. And YOLO, you only live once, right? But I'm just thinking, like, through having these, I guess, maybe a little bit of an outer body experience, a little bit of that spiritual experience through experimenting with different stuff, I learned that maybe we can be open to not YOLO. YOLO's fine for a little bit, but what about another acronym? And I like to call and introduce it as the WOLF. We only live forever. We only live forever, dog. I'm just going to say it one more time. We only live forever. If you thought about the world that way, it means there are infinite numbers of you on infinite number of platforms, and in the multiverse of things, if you looked at life like that, so that you just see yourself as a spirit and, you know, coming into the world, taking on a body or a vessel, if you were given that knowledge instead of, again, YOLO's really cool, but let's maybe incorporate a little bit of we all live forever as well. You would start treating yourself better, and you would start maybe treating others better. Because then you'd think of your actions in the long term. Like, you would just think way, way ahead. And if you were to, like, have interactions with souls or spirits, whatever you want to call them, instead of just humans, you'd have maybe more thought for your actions and repercussions, right? Because imagine there is a ginormous pool of karmic energy flowing around us, right? And whatever you put out, whatever you put in, it's always just circling, coming back and going in. It's really cool to think about that, because I think, gets me thinking about past lives. Unfortunately, none of us would be able to tell if we had past lives. You would think maybe other people have thought about this and maybe they've left clues behind. Maybe maybe that's, hey man, maybe the pyramids got something to do with it. I don't know. But there's definitely more to us than just, like, a one-time living thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's, and I don't have the answers. I don't know, but I don't think that when you die, you just fucking disappear. I think you go into, like, your body definitely, you know, if you are buried, I think you just go into nature and kind of become part of nature. That's one way of doing it, but there's other ways of, obviously, You can get cremated, you can get mummified, you could get taxidermied. By the way, I want to be taxidermied, you guys. I'm not, like, I'm chilling on the couch forever, dude. Like, I'm chilling on the couch. I will be, like, sitting like this forever. I want to be taxidermied and with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying, dude? But if we only live forever, I think it'd be neat just to think about that, and you'd want the world to continue. I mean, if you ask me, man, my life has been full of ups and downs, but I don't really have any regrets. I really don't have many regrets. I try to be thoughtful about it. It's hard to say you don't have any regrets, because if you did get a chance at doing it better, you might go back and do it better, but that's exactly the point of life, right? You sleep and you wake up and you get a new chance at life again. Go to bed at night, wake up in the morning, you got another chance to do it again. So it's always, again, I've talked about this before, it's a little bit of that, like, Groundhog Day theory, but on multiple levels. So I think overall we are doing good things. A lot of positive things are happening. I'm optimistic, I'm very hopeful, I'm very thankful. And let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Flip through my notes. You know what? I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about for the day. Thank you guys for coming and checking out these videos, man. Please go ahead and share it with your family members, share it with your friends, like it on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Go ahead and you can actually find the full-length videos on YouTube. Just search Rob Sadri. Go ahead and subscribe, like the videos, leave a comment, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Peace out, everybody.